Welcome to the demo of automated selective packaging before verification in student financial aid within Oracle's Student Cloud. Automated selective packaging before verification feature allows you to package your students while they are still completing ISER processing, so they are able to understand what their potential financial aid package could be sooner. We have added new Groovy configuration that allows you to define which ISERs should be selected by the packaging engine and included support for both the 23-24 and 24-25 award years. Once an ISER is selected by the packaging engine, it will then be used for that award year to package Title IV funds unless it is rejected. If a pending ISER is selected by the packaging engine, Title IV funds will only be packaged as projected to ensure ISER processing completes before we award Title IV. We will then take the funding that is packaged in the admin UI and display it in self-service in the Financial tab and within the Provisional Aid offer. This feature gives institutions the ability to provide prospective students an estimated aid offer upon receiving their initial ISER without them having to complete any upfront ISER processing. This also gives you the ability to define exactly which ISERs using configuration you would want to allow packaging. For example, if you have an ISER with a comment code related to a defaulted loan, you may not want to allow packaging until the student proves their defaulted loan has been cleared. The outcome of the automated selective packaging before verification feature is an overall better customer service experience for your students and their families so they are able to make informed decisions about their education. In doing so, institutions can create a more efficient, transparent, and student-centered financial aid process within student financial aid. This demo shows you how automated selective packaging before verification enhances your business. We are first going to look at the new configuration that was added with the packaging before verification feature. We have added a new column called ISER used in packaging that is going to be enabled for the 23-24 and 24-25 award years. And we have added a Groovy script that allows you to define which ISERs can be chosen by the packaging engine. Now we're going to look at our baseline script for the 24-25 award year. We have updated the script to be compatible with the new values for the 24-25 ISER. And we first look if there's any reject codes on the ISER and if an SAI exists. If there are no reject codes and an SAI does exist, we will allow packaging on that ISER if the following conditions are met. First, if there is a valid or unverified ISER, so packaging as we do now today, we will select that first. And then our new condition is if there is a corrected ISER that has already been valid or unverified, we will allow packaging on that ISER. Next, if there is a pending ISER that exists, we will return it if none of the other conditions have been met. And then if no ISER exists for the award year, there's going to be no ISER return, so nothing would be packaged. Now let's look at our first student. Our first student is Taylor Carter, and he's received his first ISER for 24-25. If we go to the ISER page, we can see that he has a pending ISER. And if we go to the ISER code section, we can see that Taylor was selected for verification, and he was selected for the custom verification group. And the code is still processing. So I can see that Taylor has some pending document requests that he still needs to do. But say Taylor is wondering what his financial aid would be, we can go now into packaging. And if we scroll down, we do see that that 2425 ICER that has a status of pending was pulled into packaging. And if we scroll down further, we can see that Taylor was packaged for Pell, sub, and unsub for the 2425 award year. Now, if we go to the portal and we go to Taylor, we can see that, as we know, he completed the 2425 FAFSA and we got his ICER. We know he has to submit some documentation, but Taylor can now go into his financial information tab. And then Taylor can see his cost of attendance, and he can also see the funds that we saw within the admin UI, the Pell, sub, and unsub, and that they are all in a projected status. And he can also scroll down and see that he has scheduled disbursement dates in August and in January for these funds if he completes his ICER processing. Now we're going to go to our next student who is also Taylor, but this is a different scenario. So in this scenario, we have a valid ICER. So if we go to the ICER page, we can see we received our first ICER for Taylor for the 24-25 year. It's valid. So if we go to packaging and we scroll down, we again see that the ICER was pulled in, and this time the funds are actually awarded since we have a valid ICER. But say Taylor wants to correct something on his ICER and we want to do it for him. So we are going to go back to the ICER page. We're going to make a correction. Say Taylor wants us to update his address to a different town, so we're going to go to Scottsdale now. And we're going to make the correction for Taylor. And we see the correction summary. And finish. We see our ICER immediately has flipped to corrected. Now if we go back to packaging, we can see that the corrected ICER remained in the package and that also the funds remained awarded. So no changes happened to Taylor's package, and Taylor is still able to go in and accept funds. So let's go to self-service and confirm that Taylor can still see his funds. So I am logged in again as Taylor. And this time we see that because the funds are awarded, he's able to review and accept the awards. So if we scroll down, we see all the funds are still pending acceptance. So everything is here for Taylor to go ahead and accept his loans and get his Pell. So our next step, we're actually going to load the subsequent ICER that Taylor would receive. If I go to the ICER page, I can see that FPS transaction 02 loaded, and this time Taylor's ICER is pending. So Taylor was again selected for verification with the custom verification group. But let's see what happened to packaging. If we go back to packaging, the packaging engine knew to select the corrected ICER over the pending ICER, so nothing has changed in Taylor's package, and we still are using that corrected ICER to package the Pell, sub, and unsub for 24-25. And now let's go back to the ICER. And we're just going to override the ICER status to valid. And now let's go back to packaging. And now we can see within packaging, we are going to be using the new valid ICER. This completes the demo. Thank you.